purpose, ambition, living your fullest, all those sorts of good things. Man, when you get that dialed in, it's one of the most amazing things you can have in your life, which is what we're talking about right now. And if you have 5 or 6 minutes, this will help you out. But I'm just gonna tell you right now, if you expect that you're gonna attain the depth of purpose that you need to be happy just from listening to this, it ain't gonna happen. And you gotta get started because this guy's doing that. Hey guys, my name is Steve Mayeda and I'm a men's coach in Austin, Texas. I'm a BJJ practitioner, a Wim Hof enthusiast. I have an amazing family, 4 awesome boys and a beautiful wife. And what this podcast is about being the better man. What we talk about is tried and true because we've been doing it with groups of men just like you for over 12 years. Listen up, and I hope you enjoy. Guys, there's an amazing phenomenon going on that I couldn't have predicted, but it is the Purpose and Ambition Challenge that I put together for my Austin Men's Development Group. We actually have a paid tier going on that costs $10 to be a part of. And it's full of a lot of guys who are either going through divorce, been divorced, have kids, and are looking for more of that meaning in their life in the dialogue of man. And this is what keeps coming up. What are your values? What do you believe in? How do you work? How do you take care of your body? How do you have sex? How are your relationships? How do you communicate? How do we be the better man in every single way? And how can we talk about it? You know, what happens when we're depressed? What happens when we get rejected? And this is a beautiful thing. Yeah, I've been running communities online that have constantly been active and I've been known for their activity since 2009. And this is amazing what I've seen in the past week with these guys. Now, that being said, when you're probably watching this video, the challenge will be over. You can access that challenge yourself, but the community, you won't be able to. I would really recommend if you want to be in a community of men, men's development excellence, anywhere in the world with an internet connection, you get 24-hour support. We have calls. We have tons of content. But as I always say, content is kind of useless without community, but it's amazing. That all being said, purpose, man. What are we looking for as men to fulfill ourselves? And what I see here is men are dying for meaning. Men, sure, we don't have opportunities to be ingratiated by our culture. Sure, feminism is a problem. Sure, the way we live is like living in captivity. These are all issues, but the solution that we need to get to is how do we live within this world? I'm sick of having this world be a tool of blame for men to not be their best. I'm sick of us having the excuse of going like, oh, well, you know what? Feminism can't be a man. Captain Marvel came out, can't be a man. Game of Thrones can't be a man. Fuck that. Masculinity is so powerful. What you have in you is so powerful. Do not sell it out to this crap. Don't get caught up in that discussion. And what you need to do is get into the discussion of how can I be my best today? And here's how it's going to start. 1, get around a good group of guys and start talking about what worked. Start talking about what gave you action. If you're hurt, talk about it, but see the solution. Don't ruminate on it or bitch about it or basically talk about what kept you from being your best, but talk about what worked. Talk about how you overcame it. Talk about when you felt the times in your life that looked like nothing would work. How did you make it work? And when you can get around people that are living in that solution, things change, man. You know, one of the reasons why I started doing interviews again on this channel was so that I could interview guys like Nate or like Hans or like, you know, Ryan, who's an attorney. You should really check out. It's good stuff. The reason for all of that is because these are guys living in that solution. And we seem to live in this world where we can blame, where we can have an excuse to not be our best, why we can sit down when we can't make it work. Life is supposed to be hard. And don't get me wrong, there's problems. I'm not telling you to ignore them. Don't even polarize my words like that because I know that there are problems. I've probably lived in them a lot worse than some of you guys. But what made me good, what made me happy, what made me, dare I say, great, was the ability to be able to take responsibility for who I was, where I was, even if somebody or something put me in that area. And I cannot encourage men today to learn the skill of starting where you're at, using principles like acceptance, using tools like exploring your identity and seeing what hurts, and talking about healing as men by men, not in some effeminized way of looking at how guys are supposed to be, not having sex or dating in some sort of socio-political PC way to live, but to be men who achieve greatness. If you want to jump on that train, let's do it, guys. I'm pretty fired up. This purpose and ambition has really got me going, and I can't wait to get on the phone with the guys later tonight because it's Wednesday night. We have our calls, so that'll be some good stuff. In any case, I thought there was more of a theme that I wanted to talk about, or something a little bit more specific, but you guys get it. Man, let's build this dialogue. Let's talk amongst each other, and man, can't wait to hear from you. Steve Mayeda, signing off.